Hey guys, Fusebox here, and welcome back to Dragon Ball Fighterz. Now I know what you're thinking. Whoa, Fuse doing an actual video and it's not Fortnite? Crazy, right? But anyway, today we're going to be covering DLC Pack 4 of Dragon Ball Fighterz, the first part of it, which is Android 17. So as always, if you guys liked the video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and comment down below what your favorite section of the Tournament of Power was. Me personally, I gotta go with Evolution Blue Vegeta. Even though I love Mastered Ultra Instinct, Evolution Blue was my favorite form, and I loved seeing it in the tournament. But, without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright guys, now just like with most of the other DLC showcases I've done, I'm going to be showing you each of 17's individual combos and super attacks, starting with his basic square button combo.
Where you going? Get past!
Now if you can't tell by just that, 17 is a very brawler-heavy type of character, and as such, his moves are very close range and very effective. And in my opinion, he's one of the best DLC characters thus far. Next, we'll have his triangle super combo, or his auto combo.
Let's go! Over here! You're wide, you're done for. I've had quite enough!
Now, that led into his super attack known as Endgame, which we will discuss later in the video. Next, we have his forward heavy. Just like most other characters, just kind of knocks your opponent back. However, it does have a sort of long pause with it, a long stagger, so keep an eye out for that. Next, we have 17's down heavy.
Is that all?
Now, if I show it to you without hitting cell, it does have a small hop to it, so you can get caught by the actual jump part of the heavy, but it is a lot less than someone like Vegito Blue or Goku Blue, so overall, not a bad heavy. Next, we have his basic Ki Blast attack. Now, when in the air, this does change to a super attack reminiscent of the future Android 17 from Dragon Ball Z. He just kind of blasts down, which is very useful in kind of keeping your opponent in the air if you want to continue a combo. Next, we're going to go into Android 17's level 1 supers, starting with his forward semicircle square super.
Let's go! Take it over here! You're wide open!
Now, I will discuss later, but these super attacks, though they're all the same for the basic ones, do have an interesting variation set called gears, where he has second gear, low gear, reverse gear, a bunch of different ones that actually change up the way the attack works. But for now, let's cover the triangle version of this, his semicircle forward triangle super.
Let's go! Take it over here! You're wide open!
As you can see, that one has a bit more of a lunge and a jump to it, so it does kind of throw your opponent off in terms of guard, and can get you some pretty good stagger time and lead into some more supers. Next, we have his semicircle forward circle super attack.
Is that all?
And I just screwed up the video.
Let's go! Almost had it! Maximum power!
Now, as you guys can see, that one is a little bit different than the previous ones, as he does deploy his counter barrier to blast his enemy away, which is very useful. And finally, for his level 1s, we have his semicircle forward X super attack, or Ki Blast super. Now, as you can see, this one is sort of a wall bounce, which is very useful for throwing combos off, and you can do it in both directions, as shown here. And then if I did it this way, he bounces off of that wall. Alright, now I'm going to cover each of 17's individual gears to his super attacks, starting with top gear.
Let's go! Take it over here! You're wide open!
Now, it is the same with square or triangle, but top gear is basically your normal variant of the combo. Next, I'm going to go into second gear. Now, second gear requires you to actually press forward along with square or triangle to perform the second gear variant of the super.
Let's go! Over here! Take it! You're wide open!
As you can see, it kind of ends on a low, and it's kind of useful as it does a lot of brawler-heavy face-to-face combat moves, and then ends with a underguard shot, which could be useful if your opponent's guarding high. Next, we're going to go into 17's fake out.
Let's go over here. Let's go over here. You wide open.
As you can see, that one sort of stops mid-combo and allows your opponent to stagger fully, allowing you to catch them with more of the combo. Next, we have 17's reverse gear, which is performed by hitting X or circle during the XL driver super attack.
Let's go take that. Nice try. Let's go take that. Is that all?
Now, as you can see, the X version of the super does do a different sort of variation on it. If you hit circle, it instantly goes into the blast, but with X, it requires your opponent to actually attack you for the blast to go off. So keep that in mind when performing this super. Next, we have 17's Power Blitz Charge, which is performed by hitting X or circle during 17's XL driver super attack.
Let's go. Almost had it. Is that all?
Now moving on, we'll be covering each of 17's level 2 supers, starting with his semicircle back square level 2.
Hand over here, take this. Hand over here, take this. You're wide open.
As you can see, it does relate to XL driver. It is a similar move to the fake out gear of the original XL driver, but it is a little more of a sort of pause between the attacks, which could be very useful. Next, we have the triangle variation.
Handle over here, take it over here. You're wide open.
As you can see, that one has a bit more of a back jump to it when you perform the actual attack. Next, we have the circle version or heavy version of the super attack.
Handle this.
As you can see, they usually do lead into the barrier blast or power blitz, which is quite useful in getting your opponent off of you. And next we have 17's semicircle back X super. As you can see, just like with his semicircle forward X super, it is just a wall jump, and again, it works on both sides. And finally, we have Android 17's level 3 super attacks. Now, 17, similar to Vegito Blue, has an interesting set of level 3 supers, as his level 3 right bumper super attack can change whether on the ground or in the air. But to start, we will show the ground variation.
Playtime's over. Maximum power!
Now, as you can see, this super attack is a mix-up and gets behind your opponent, allowing you to land sizable damage and throw your opponent off their guard, and possibly even lead into a switch, which makes it very effective in combat. But now I will show you the air variation.
Where you going? Don't mess with me. Get out of here. Nice!
Now that's one of the most beautiful super attacks in my opinion, and is pulled directly from Dragon Ball Super. But that super attack requires you to catch your opponent with the barrier, and then you land the barrier slam, I believe it's called. So as you can see, but that one is only performable in the air. You have to remember that. And finally, we will go into his level 3 right trigger super attack.
Don't hold this against.
As you can see, that is the Super Electric Strike. If you're familiar with Xenoverse 2, you'd recognize that move instantly. It does a little less damage than I would hope, but overall, it is a good move, and with sparking on, can be a clutch victory getter. But I've taken enough of your time already. Let's get into the matches. Okay, let's go.
Are you ready?
Immediately switch out the trunks.
I'm counting on you. No way. Let's
Okay, oh, here we go. Somebody already that knows how to play 17 that's better than me.
Good. I see you. I see you. I'm coming. How about this one?
Okay.
I see you. Knox. I see you. Take this. I'm coming.
Oh, I missed that.
Fine. How's this? Good one. I see. Nice.
Oh jeez, here we go, here we go.
Too slow.
He's not playing for jokes, he's playing for keeps. He just wrecked me. Oh, this is gonna be a little more difficult than I thought.
I'm not gonna hold anything to that. Let's go. Take it over.
I mean, I haven't played in a few days, but I didn't think I was this rusty.
That all you got? That all you got? I'm over here. Good one. Nice. Just what I wanted to hear. I'm over here. Let's go. Feel free to help me out.
Killed them both. Totally counting that as a kill.
Good. Now I can have some fun. Look out!
Nice. Where are you going? Let's see how you handle me now.
No, I missed.
Where are you going? Where are you going? Let's go. Take that. You're one over here.
What?
Counter!
Okay. I mean, we're wrecking his cell. Okay, now Cell's wrecking us.
Handle. Take that. Handle. Not bad. Too slow. Let's go over here. You're wide open. Take that.
Boom! Get out of here. Yes! There's some 17 action, showing you that power. Oh, dang. Get up, 17. Block!
Too slow. Don't mess with me.
Oh, God.
Where are you going? Too slow. Don't mess with me. Get out.
Got him! Barrier bomb!
Where are you going?
Too slow.
Let's go. You're one. Take that over here.
Okay.
That's your game. This is just a game. You need to relax.
Dude, oh my God. This is gonna be harder than I thought.
Too slow.
There you go! That all you got? Gotcha!
Take this.
How about this? I'm not gonna hold anything back!
Why you?
Final!
Got him! We won! Yes! Woo!
Are you ready? Fight it out!
Alright. Oh God. Right off the bat, Broly's smacking my ass.
I see you! Take it! I'm coming! What the hell was that? I'm coming!
Ooh, okay.
Pathetic worm! I'm coming! I'm coming! You bastard!
Boom! Go, Trunks, go!
Pathetic worm! I'm coming! How about this one?
Boom! Oh, dang, I am flashy with him.
I'm coming! Is that it? I see you! Time to switch! Take this! I see you! I've got you! I see you! I see you! That's your game. Too slow.
Boom! Now I got Broly back.
Be the one to kill you!
I'm so bad at that.
Pathetic worm!
Would you believe that I only recently learned to do those mix-ups? The game never, like, unless you play the story, the game never tells you how to do anything.
That it?
So you have to learn it all on the fly.
You're my fool.
Alright.
Can we switch? Be gone!
Where are you going? Nice. Too slow.
You gonna come at me, Vegeta? Then I'll come at you.
Be gone!
I don't care. 17 will kill you.
Too slow. Try this.
No! I missed it twice! That's 2 times now I've missed that.
Take this. Too easy. Not bad. Too slow.
Oh jeez, here we go.
Take this!
Where are you going? Too slow. Try this.
Yes! I got it! I got the super electric strike off, that's all I was trying to do.
Be gone! Be gone! Kidding me.
Dang it! I don't get to do his last super. That's unfortunate.
Guess I'll be finishing.
Who knows? Maybe the opponent will throw it out.
Am I really just dead weight here? Prosecco! You're going down! Take it! I see you!
That's your game.
Coming! Take it! I'm coming!
Oh, dang, dude.
I'm coming!
That's your game.
Good coming! I'm coming! Where you going?
Dude, Trunks is like the rail master right now.
Good one.
Nice! Vegeta! I'm coming! How about this one?
Boom! Trunks killing it right now.
Kidding me!
Got him. I guess Trunks will be the one that finishes this.
Say your prayers! Don't need more! Say your prayers! Don't need more!
Keep going.
You're wide open!
Come on!
Coming! Coming! Be gone! I see you! Wretch! Don't come crying to me when you get hurt! I see you! Match! This is it!
Yes! Got him! Perfect end of the video. Boom! Doesn't even matter if it wasn't 17. Look at that!
This is it.
Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this Dragon Ball FighterZ video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and comment down below what your favorite moment in the Tournament of Power was. Once again, I think I have to go with Blue Evolution Vegeta. It's my favorite transformation in the whole series. Also, let me know what you'd like me to do next for Fighterz. I know Theme Teams is a big one. I'm gonna be doing, the non-canon characters. I know it was commented on the first video and I never got to it. I was waiting for this DLC, so expect that sometime soon. But other than that, let me know anything else you'd like to see me do on this game, because I'm up for anything. But with that said, I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye, guys.